All right, I'm here with Colleen Campbell in the Weather Center. Uncomfortable topic is just how hot it is outside, but also we have storms headed our way, and that's what we really need to prepare for with this rainfall.
Yes, definitely. And it's also uncomfortable when we talk tropics, because I know everybody's on edge. You hear tropics, you're like, whoa! But this really isn't a system that looks like it wants to turn tropical. However, whether we get a tropical system or not, we're getting a lot of rain in our area, and that rain will be beneficial for us. But the areas that receive a lot of rain, just periods of it, well, you guys may run into a flooding issue. So that's why we're telling everybody right now, especially if you have a house that you know there's like a little flood-prone spot in your yard or down the street, you know that area always floods. Just be on the lookout the next couple of days, especially if you live closer to the coast, because we are expecting rounds of rain. Right now, things are nice and quiet. We do have some storms down there right where that line is, that boundary, closer to West Palm Beach. We don't have to worry about those. However, in the overnight hours, especially closer to 2 a.m., 3 a.m., we will start to hear some rain come down, maybe even some storms if you're in the southernmost counties, Manatee, Sarasota, for our area. You may hear some storms just off the coast there, closer to 2, 3 a.m. As we move forward into about 5 o'clock, when our early birds are up, out and about, southern Pinellas County, again, Manatee, Sarasota, will have a few downpours out there. Let's move forward into 8 a.m. We're starting to see more of a westerly wind and, of course, some of that moisture driving into more of our coastal areas. But we still have some quiet weather that's mainly north of I-4. So it's really those coastal areas, basically from Pinellas County down to Sarasota County, that looks like the best shot of seeing those early morning downpours. Not everybody's going to get them. Then we have a little lull here in the late morning going into the early afternoon where things will dry out, a couple clouds hanging out with us, and then things get started again. So this is really setting up the trend for this weekend where we will have times of heavy rain. It's either feast or famine, right? We have that heavy rain that comes down, but then we have lulls where things quiet down. So here we are tomorrow around 3 o'clock. Now Pasco County, Hernando County is starting to get some of that, maybe even Citrus County and out to the east as well. That will start filling in. So places like Polk County will start seeing the rain, as well as eastern Hillsborough County. Could be as far east as Highlands County. So it will become a little bit more widespread late tomorrow afternoon into the evening hours. Not everybody's going to see it all the time, all throughout the day, but it will definitely be a wetter next couple of days compared to really the last few weeks. Looking at our tropical update here, not much has changed. Now, we're going to see if the National Hurricane Center does trim back this area in yellow. We only say that because the models want to spin up an area of low pressure. Now, whether that low is tropical or not, that is the big question. But it looks like it wants to hang out in this area. Nothing really seems like in the latest model runs that it's bringing it out to the Carolina coast as it originally did. Now, that could change because we're still a few days away. Nothing's out there right now. Here's a European model. The big thing for us would be the times of rain. In the morning, we have these little downbursts, but moving into the afternoon and the evening, see how much better coverage we have. Now, this is not a high resolution model, so you will see more green. Here we are Saturday morning. Again, starts off closer to the coast, moves into the evening, starts to spread out. So that's the trend. In the morning, closer to the coast. In the evening, starts to spread out. So you get the idea. And this will happen over the next several days. So some of those downpours, they may be heavy at times because look at these numbers. This is representing how much moisture we have to work with in the atmosphere. And when we're talking more than 2 inches, that's a nice hefty tropical downpour. So a lot of moisture to wring out. Again, you can see with these contours here, really the coastal areas where we will have much of that heavier rain. That's not to say it won't be inland as well, but I would just pay attention to the forecast. We have some extra shows for you guys. Nothing to alarm you, just so you can check in, nerd out with us, and just go over the forecast as little tweaks and changes happen. Here's a 7-day. You can see temperature-wise, we will still be in the low 90s and upper 80s.